It is a razor. It is Rick Harrison's Microtouch 1 razor. I saw his commercial for it, and he said, "You don't need 5 blades. All you need is 1 blade." And I believed him. I believed it. So, I bought the razor. You know, because it's retro. And everything retro now is really hip. Everything retro now is really cool. That's why the hipsters drink Pabst Blue Ribbon. And that's why the hipsters wear big black glasses, because everything retro is hip. So I thought this has got to be the hippest, coolest razor on the planet. So I bought it from Mr. Harrison. He did not pay me for this time, by the way. At least not in money. I did get a couple of used guitars. But yeah, this is a really hip, beautiful razor. And when I first used it, it ripped my face off. During Holy Week, we talk about being washed in the blood. Believe me, I was washed in the blood. So, one guy on Amazon, I looked at the reviews on Amazon, one guy said, "There's a reason why we don't shave with these things anymore." However, having invested $19.95, I thought, no, I'm not going to let this thing defeat me. So I sought to master the razor. And I learned several things about it. First of all, they call it Microtouch for a reason. You don't have to, like, do this. You do this very gently, because it is sharp, and you don't have to put a lot of pressure on it. And if you don't put a lot of pressure on it, you don't rip your skin off. Nice. So that's the first thing. Second thing, you've got to shave at a 45-degree angle. A 45-degree angle, and that prevents you from ripping the skin off your face. And the third thing is you shave in very short strokes. None of this. See, I'm used to the Bic, I'm used to the things you buy, you know, like 5 in a package. And you can't shave with this thing the way you would with the 5 in a package razor. Does it give me a closer shave? No. But it's cool. Okay? It's cool. What do I draw from this in terms of spiritual life? I think it's that sometimes we have to be patient with things. Because I was ready to throw this thing in the garbage because it was ripping the skin off my face. I would say not an irrational reaction. But I decided that I would, instead of throwing it away and giving up on it, I would try to befriend it. I would try to get to know it better. I would try to learn how to use it. So the message there is perhaps don't give up on things. You know, don't just, if it doesn't happen the first time, didn't work the first time, don't give up on it. I think another thing too, though, is that new things come into our lives. We talked about that today a lot. New things come into our lives. A career change. A storm. You know, new things come into our lives. Situations come into our lives. A big phrase today is the new normal. People have to get used to situations that are not like the situations they've had in the past. We see that in our country a lot in terms of economics, society. There's a lot of things that are different. And that sometimes may feel like a razor ripping the skin off of your face. And ripping the skin off of your chin. So that you have to wear a Band-Aid on your chin during the most sacred and wondrous service of the... I'm sorry. I was going off a little tangent there. But the things in your life that change may sometimes feel like a razor ripping the skin off your face. But you give it time for God to heal, time for God to help you adjust, then it's not so bad after all. And God is with you. And there's even a beauty there. You know, Jesus underwent a major change. He came down from heaven and was born of a virgin. We don't know a lot about his inner life, to be honest, but maybe he had to do some adjusting too. And he went to the cross and he died. And that's the biggest change of all, is death. But he underwent that, and he did that for us. And again, that's talking about adjustments. You're Almighty God, and then you're dead. I mean, that's a big adjustment. He rose from the dead, but he still underwent death. So, thinking of those things, we realize that in life, there are things that change. There are things we have to adjust to. Career change, a storm. But just like God helped me master this little bad boy, so God will help us in every circumstance, every change in our lives. And may God impress this in our hearts. We've heard a lot of that today in our talks. And may God impress this in our hearts. And hopefully tomorrow morning I'll look real sharp and spiffy for you with my... Oh, open it up. Yes, it opens up. And inside there is an actual blade. An actual blade, like my daddy used to shave with. Like I said, everything old is new again. Everything retro is cool again. And I'll see you back at my house for Pabst Blue Ribbon.